What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to make common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So I got a story that I would like to share with you guys. And the thing that's so crazy about this story is this story was hidden. You could not find this story unless you specifically searched. It was extremely suppressed. It was so suppressed that only very, very small local groups were covering it. Not main TV, not main news outlets or anything like that, or main press, nothing. It's just now getting some type of exposure. But I'm gonna cover it as the same way as I would have when I first found it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to upload it first. But I don't really care too much about uploading and being the first one to tell people stuff. To be honest, I purposely like uploading things when more information is out there. I'm not a person to rush a story because when you do that, you kind of get a lot of things wrong and it's raw and it's, you know what I'm saying? I don't like doing that all the time, so I don't really mind it. But let's get into it. Charges laid after two children stabbed in Grand Prairie. Charges have been laid after two children were injured with a knife in Grand Prairie, Alta, requiring one to be sent to the Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton. RCMP said Mounties were called to help EMS at a home in the southwestern Albert City on February 19th. So this happened February 19th. It's already February 26th. Let's continue. An 8-year-old was stabbed and taken to Grand Prairie Regional Hospital in serious but non-life-threatening condition. They were later brought to the Stollery for further care. A second child, aged 7, suffered minor wounds from a knife, police said. To protect their identity, the children who are both in stable condition will not be named. Alice Michael Joseph Atwood, 35, of Grand Prairie, was charged with aggravated assault. So let me get this straight. A 35-year-old family member is going around stabbing children in the family. Alice. So some lady's just going around stabbing children in the family. I wouldn't let that person in my family ever again. Sounds like that person should not be around anybody of the family. That person needs to be locked away. But let's continue. They appeared before a justice of the peace and were released on condition. Oh, hold up. So you mean to tell me they stabbed somebody on the 19th, right? On the 19th? Stabbed two children on the 19th and were released. Was it the family that wanted them released because it was an accident? Was it an accident? Because if this was an accident, first of all, how do you accidentally stab two people? Stabbing one person, maybe. What? Stabbing two people, though? Okay. Whatever. Let's continue. So they were released on conditions. All right. So then, after reading into that, I'm like, yo, where's the definition? You know who these people are, but you're not. You said the whole name, but you're not showing pictures. Who's this lady that just stabbed these fucking children? We would like to know. That's what it's for, the news. If you're not going to report the news, don't report the news. If you're really trying to protect people's identity, that's one thing. But let's continue, because it starts to make more sense. Grand Prairie parent charged with aggravated assault, child at Stollery recovering from knife wound. This is Alice. That's Alice. One more time. This is Alice. There's your Alice. And I'm not going to say anything about this. I'm just going to keep on going because I don't want to make you form any opinions based on me. I want you to use your brain. Use your brain, because we already know that the way that YouTube works is that YouTube, especially if I make any videos on them or on black women or on women, that we get dislikes on this channel. We can't talk about these things. These things are forbidden. It's these people, it's women, and it's the blacks. I can't talk. It's like the Thanos rings, right? Like on the gauntlet. These are the things that I can't talk about. And YouTube is very funny that they will strike my video down months, even years later, for nonsense. So there we go. We got the. It's been up long enough. I'm pretty sure this will automatically generate as a thumbnail. Let's continue the story. A Grand Prairie parent, Alice Michael Atwood. So this is. I'm right. 35 was arrested and charged with aggravated assault following a February 19th incident that left two children with knife wounds and requiring immediate aid. Conquest, Corey Riggs, the RCMP public information officer, confirmed that Atterwood was arrested and taken before a justice of the peace. They were released until their court next day. Until their next court date. Riggs said there are a few details. The file is still under investigation, and no media release was made following the incident. A family member who asked to remain anonymous to protect other family members told DHT they were advised that a Form 8 was. I don't know what a Form 8 is. I'm guessing this is Canada. I don't. They were advised that a Form 8 was another course of action that might protect family members and the public at large. A Form 8 is a warrant issued by an Alberta judge following an application where there may be reasons to arrest the individual for psychiatric assessment. Well, okay, so hold on. So you guys released an individual who stabbed two children at the age of 35, and you think just releasing them was fine? This is how people end up dead. You do know this, right? Anyway, the individual may pose a risk to themselves or others because of their mental capacity. The warrant allows the attending physician to keep the individual in a medical facility for up to 30 days. She added that the successful application was a relief for family members. Now they could focus their efforts on ensuring the children's safety and that the injured daughter was on the road to recovery. Atterwood worked with Alberta Health Services as an EMT in Fairview for several years, said Joan. She believes them to be very capable of manipulating others and telling them what they want to hear. That's why learning they were going to be released from GPRH on February 15th wasn't as big of a surprise as it should have been. That they can be out and continue threat to the family is reprehensible, said Joan. An 8-year-old child whose esophagus was severed in the attack. See, so the funniest thing about this injury is we read the first article, and in the first article, they gave you as little detail as possible, and this was on purpose. This was absolutely so. Understand, they left the first article as it was. They didn't update it. They didn't do anything. They made sure that you had no idea of who the person was, even though a little bit of searching. Well, how do I put this? A little bit of searching, if you know exactly what you're searching for, which is the information that these individuals have, not somebody like me in a completely other country. You know what I'm saying? They know all of this, and they purposely left it kind of blank on purpose. Other family members are scrambling to find ways to ensure in their safety, she added. Atterwood's social media platforms, including Discord and Facebook, have had posts mentioning the attack since the arrest. I stabbed a hole in her shoulder, yes, but I held it shut until EMS arrived. I stabbed her, but I didn't slash her like that at all. I was trying to remain optimistic given my situation. That didn't mean I haven't been remorseful. It sucks and I apologize. I'll just take my space and do my therapy. Reads one post screenshot by another Discord user and posted again on to Facebook. An outpouring on social media focused on the admissions posted at Atwood's account and support for the injured children and impacted family. Besides the safety of the children, Joan wants to know how or why a court would release Atwood after they admitted to committing the acts. No one in the family wanted to see information in the media, she said, but somehow no one believed there was a continued risk to family members. Very strange. Very strange. The court system has really dropped the ball here. They've been doing it. Atwood is scheduled to appear at the Alberta Court of Justice in Grand Prairie on March 13th. Editor note: following a media release from the RCMP, Atwood's court date was added. See, so this one updated. Do we have any commentary? This is a man, big. Damn it! I said I was a goddamn it. Did the editor bother to look at this article? You say a family member. You say a family member remains anonymous, but you named them Joan without quotation marks and use she pronouns, confirming that the family member is a woman. This is particularly careless considering you used them for the given name of the accused. And you know what? I didn't even peep that. I find that kind of funny. You didn't want to give, or I mean, so the first article, which is this one, right? Is this the same one? Scroll down. Okay. So the funniest thing is the person's trying to remain anonymous, but you gave off the. That's actually fucking crazy. That's crazy because even though they didn't use the proper pronouns, well, the proper pronouns, they didn't say that Atwood was whatever. You would have to see it. It's very funny. What sort of third world clown cars country would release a psycho from jail after slitting his own child's throat and stabbing the other? Canada, you are the laughing stock of the entire world. So much for parenting. Where the hell do these poor children get help, or do they now become the next generation of monsters? They were released until the next court date. I have two issues with this. They, were there more than one person? Habitually releasing, habitually trusting, releasing a criminal under promise to appear in court is one of the main problems your country faces. Call this thing whatever you want, but do not call it a parent. Real parents don't stab their children. Damn right, Gene. They're gender fluid anyway, so any pronoun is correct while calling them a piece of scum criminal that we all hope rots in jail. It's not a parent at all. It's a monster. They need to be kept locked up for a long time without any parole allowed. Don't call such an individual they. Call them what they really are. It. Goddamn. Heaven forbid, we shouldn't respect the pronoun preferences of a man who severed the esophagus of a little girl. That shit is crazy. Am I the only one who thinks that that shit is actually fucking crazy? This article is an enabler of the atrocity it writes about. The flagrant misuse of pronouns make the story near intelligible. Playing the pronoun game is old. It should be over by now. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. I am Jason of Auglitical. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.